Hey everybody, White Bear Dan here, coming you from Rensselaerville State Forest in New York. Yeah, camping. Got out of the island, came out to the woods. My happy place. I don't really film a lot of my camping adventures, so I figured why not? I'm out here all alone. I made a commitment to make more videos, so this is where I'm going. So you can see it's pretty standard state forest. New York's got a whole bunch of DEC forests. I want to say I think there's like 55 of them in New York. Primitive camping. Some of them have setups. This one has a fire ring. It's pretty level. Um, but for the most part, New York State's got some pretty decent camping. What's nice about these DC sites is, there's no one around. There's like nobody. I want to say, I think even the next closest campsite is probably, I don't know, at least a mile down the road. You can camp out into the woods if you want to go and hike. They're mostly foresting. They're like used for foresting, so they're like clear areas out for the woods, and then let the saplings grow back. Doing it the right way. New York does things the right way. It's amazing. I don't know how many people realize. I mean, everybody associates New York with Manhattan and Long Island, but it is a massive state. It's pretty big. Last summer, I did it. Well, actually, over the winter, I did a 1,000-mile loop through New York. It is. It's just like one of those places where I've lived in New York pretty much my whole life, and I don't know. I probably every time I go out, I'm finding something new, see something new. Just cool. It's just a kind of cool old place. Anyway, so I'm out here, you know, doing my thing. One of the things, like especially if I need a break, there's a couple things that I might go to. Obviously, camping's one of them. I've had the whole setup. So I used to have a pop up with the family and the kids, and as time has gone on, I've kind of become like a minimalist and small things. I don't need a lot now. Now I realize I get a good tent. I found this thing on Amazon. It's pops right up. Don't even have to like do anything with the poles. I've taken it out. Maybe it's got to be like the fifth or sixth time. It is a pretty decent tent. I will say, yeah, like any tent, don't leave the windows open if you don't want your stuff inside to get wet. But for the most part, it does its job. Keeps everything dry inside. As with any tents, I mean, listen, you if you're camping for any extended period of time, the only thing you really want to be doing in your tent is sleeping in it. Um, Other than that, it's not really made to like hang out all day, and you'll just wreck it. It just gets all muddy. Even when my kids were babies, we would go camping in tents, and so I'm used to tents my whole life. I'm a kind of much more. I prefer tents. Pop-ups, RVs are nice. Listen, I had a pop-up. I kind of wanted an RV. Maybe if anything, I'd get like a Class B van, something like that, like a Sprinter van, and do it that way. But other than that, man, the bigger the rig, the harder it is to do anything every time now. And the thing is this is 2021 as it during the pandemic. RV sales went through the roof. So you're talking, there's every campsite within at least 100 miles of here is booked tonight. And I am camping currently. It's April 17th. It is 45 degrees. The weather is horrible. And you can't find a campsite. You cannot book a campsite. Like that's how booked up camping has become. I mean, like there's a whole bunch of industries that seem to have boomed because of the pandemic. Bicycles, RVs, everybody's going outside. They're all campus. How you get away from people. And so it kind of pushes people like somebody like I who enjoys camping further and further out. The other thing is campgrounds are now very much like resorts. They're just kind of like outdoor hotels where they supply you with electricity and some water and some nice showers, and you're basically like out in the woods with a whole bunch of annoying people. And now you can hear everybody. It's like a hotel with really thin walls. So it's I get why a lot of families want to do that kind of camping because it has all the amenities, especially if you're a family and you got kids. It's nice because, I know, like when I take my kids, they don't want to go to these kind of camps. They don't want to go out in the woods. There's nothing here for them to do. They want to go to these resorts and party with the kids and do all these fun things. So camping is different for everybody. For me, it's the escape. I want to get away from people. I'm an introvert, and this week, listen, I'm in a business, I'm in education where I'm talking with the people and all day long, and I just don't want to sometimes talk to anybody when I get home. And sometimes, like, even when I'm home, I'm realizing I'm not unplugging and I got to even go further out. So I'm pretty sure, I just checked. I went into my truck just now and I do not have any cell service. So I'm really happy about that. And, I had an opportunity to do some journaling because I promised myself that I'd do some journaling and really just capture what's going on as much as possible. Not just with video, but through, writing and whatever it is. Like, here I am, I'm sitting here, I'm throwing a camera on. I don't know why, but there's just a part of me that's feeling that I need to be able to get more comfortable telling my story. Oh, there's somebody shooting some guns. I think the park police are over there. So, and that's kind of really what it is. I mean, I do make videos for another channel. Maybe I should post that below, but I'm in this part of my life where I don't know. I'm kind of confused about my purpose. Um, I feel like there's a lot of things I know. There's a lot of things that I could bring value to. Um, the other thing is a part of me that just like almost wants to just blow up the system. I work in a place. I work in education, and education is about like is about checking boxes and getting kids prepared to check boxes. And I was not one of those box checking type of persons, and I feel like I'm in a situation where sometimes I feel like, maybe I can like be the agent of change. And I don't know, I think that's kind of where I'm headed, where I want to be just more focused on if that's the case, and I really truly believe what I believe, and I talk the talk, do I walk the walk. So there's just figuring out what path I gotta walk on to do that. So I figured I'd just slap the camera on, jibber jab for a few minutes. I'm gonna probably hang out for tonight. Maybe I'll show you guys how I cook. I'm a pretty minimalist too when I cook and I camp. I have pretty much a camping setup where my kitchen's in one spot. I keep my tent and everything in the top of my truck. Um, what else do I do? Yeah, like I basically keep everything I need in the car, so I'm ready to go at a moment's notice. All I gotta really grab is the cooler of food and my clothes, and I can camp in a minute's notice, which I like about how I have my setup. That's really what I want to do. Maybe, hey, on a Friday night, I want to be able to go. That's the other benefit of having the kids every other weekend. You can just kind of scoot out, and when the kids are with mom, you can just run out of town. So that's the nice thing. So I hear the birds squealing. It's kind of getting dusky out. Let me get some dinner on, and I'll get back to you, man. Listen, peace out. Good morning, everybody. It was chilly last night, for sure, definitely. I would say it's in the mid-30s. I had to get up a couple times. I put on my little buddy heater, but that I think it probably ran out of propane somewhere around I don't know, 3 o'clock in the morning. I mean, I have a summer tent, so it's got mesh and everything all over it. So yeah, whenever you're using those heaters, ventilate, CO, make sure you have a CO detector with you. Like, be smart, people. Don't be stupid. You're camping. You're there alone. Pay attention. But yeah, what was cool is you could definitely hear all the coyotes. I'll try and put in some of I put my phone out and try to record some of the sounds. So I'll try and slide some of that in there. But there was a bunch of them. They were running around. They were probably, I don't know, a couple miles away. You can hear pretty much everything through the mountains here because it is super, super quiet. There's somebody like shooting off, I don't know, they're Uzi this morning. You can hear them. Yeah, people got some wacky stuff going on up here. Anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna pack up. You know, it was cold. It's like one of those things. Camping's one of those things where you want to see how much you can test and push yourself. You know, bottom line is I came out here, middle of nowhere, survived the night. You know, chilled, cleared my head, survived. So today, gonna pack it up, mosey on, wash my truck. So those of you that don't know, I have my truck, and one of the things I hate about getting it dirty is having to wash it. But because I like to keep my truck clean, so then I'll be all like on my way home searching for a one of those self-serve car washes. Nothing more satisfying than like cleaning off your car after it's real super, super muddy. So I'm gonna try and mop up and down these trails and get it even dirtier before I head out of here. But yeah, good trip overall. Trying to see how things work out on the GoPro. And if it works out, then maybe I'll just do more of these, because the GoPro seems pretty easy to manage, not as hard to handle as my other camera. Plus, I'm always worried about taking it out in the woods. I feel safer with the GoPro. So, you know, listen, here's a little short, quick video. Me camping in the woods of New York. Do what you got to do to get out there. You know, find a thing that fills your bucket. Mine happens to be freezing my ass off in the woods, and you know, what else? But listen, summer's here. It's gonna get warmer. Let me pack up. Everybody take care of yourself. Peace out.